Hey everybody, it's your friend Sarmate here, and we're back with another episode of Land of the Vikings. Hope you're having a fantastic and amazing day today. In this episode, we're going to try and learn a little bit more about our trades. We had a merchant ship that was pulling away as I caught it in our last episode, so hopefully when we get a new merchant ship that pulls in, I can look at it before it pulls away. We are in the first quarter of winter here, kind of waiting for that to play out here and seeing what's going to happen. We have newcomers arriving shortly. We did get a couple of good houses put up in the last episode over in here. We got one more that we're still working on, and then I did place in 3 more back here and then 3 more right in here. So we do want to keep expanding with houses, of course, and I'm probably going to be using good houses over the poor houses from now on. So that'll be a great thing to continue to work on. Up over in here, I haven't just been sprinkling lights every so often because I was getting the negative that it's too dark at nighttime. So working on that with the lanterns there, and we're getting feels cold a lot. So I'm thinking that that's like this, no firewood. We kind of were addressing that at the end of the last episode. Let's accept these workers. So I think it's something that we can continue to work on. It was something that I think I just kind of forgot about. And as we grew, we needed more wood and didn't have the demand for it. So let's go ahead, let's get another one of these little buddies going here, the firewood makers. And we'll plop this guy about right there. That'll be great. And then we will continue to work up the tree here. So right now we only have the 1 point, so we can't do much. But the next thing that I would like to get, I think, is going to be the tavern. So we'll save up our 8 points. And then once we get the tavern, we'll continue to move up the middle of the tree here. So that's kind of my thought for that. So we've just got to get there. So we'll continue to build houses. We'll continue to expand the population, which will continue to get us more fame. And of course that will lead to more tech points, so we'll continue to do that. In addition, here we should have a ship that is ready to be brought over to our new fishing hut that we have over in here. Go ahead and get that person set up, and then we will have one more here good to go, and then we'll have our third ship. So let's go ahead and we'll get another smart person. Yeah, we'll go for one more smart person because we're going to need them there eventually. So we'll go like that. We'll get those 3 workers there good to go, and then we're building another one. And then back over in here, we just got to watch for that merchant ship, like I mentioned before. Okay, so yeah, we have a lot of people with the homelessness icon. Okay, so now I'm thinking the reason why I may have some other houses besides good houses is because we're just trying to find some place for them to be, and that would be easier to build the poorhouse. So that might be the thing that we end up doing here. We'll see. I'm going to try and not do that, though. So we did get the 1 woodshed, and I don't think it would be a terrible idea to work on a little bit more of that type of thing over in this area, just so that it's closer, and instead of having to move goods all the way across the whole town, should maybe plop one of these fire people down over in here. So we'll go like that, and we'll go to production. We'll go woodshed. That's what I meant by fire people, the woodshed people. We'll go like yeah, we'll put it over here on the corner, and then you know what I think I'm gonna do is we'll put another storage over in here. And then this is just going to be wood storage right here. So these people have easy access to make firewood. So great. I did mark all sorts of trees. We had trees over in here. As you can see, the footprints. Marked all these for gathering up before I started recording, so that they were in the middle of all that when we got started here. We're doing pretty good on wood now. I'm getting to the point where I am going to need to remark some things because I've gathered up pretty much everything that I have marked to get gathered. I think that'll be good enough for right now. And as trees pop up, we'll keep gathering them. As far as food goes, we're at 108, which is pretty good. I was kind of concerned about it, but we seem to be doing quite well. Let's check on our chickens. We'll go for 15. And then that means we probably have 15 here that we can get as well. So quite a few more pieces of white meat from the chicken. That's great. I'm going to leave the goats because I'm trying to make wool from these goats, which is then going to be brought to our tailor to make clothing. So that's what we're going to work on with that. We have another problem in the village. The newcomers have caused a settlement problem. Foreigners set up tents wherever they could find a free area. Some villagers say these areas are theirs, even though they appear empty. There is chaos in the village. Everyone is complaining about this. Drive strangers away from the land. Banish strangers out of the village, or promise a new home. Let's promise a new home. That's the easiest one to do. Okay, so in that case, instead of these good houses, maybe we do want to do poor houses again. We do have a couple of sites started, it looks like, over in here. So let's prioritize that guy and hopefully get one of these good houses complete. and we'll just keep going, prioritizing each one to get those done. Looks like we're doing good on leather, so going back to our tailor here, doing well on leather, and then wool. Yeah, there's the low point, so we are gonna need some more goats. So why don't we go ahead, and because we do need some more goats, let's go ahead and add a couple more goat farming action in here. Pop this guy about right there, and then expand it a little ways. Go like that, get that built up. Get a couple more goats coming in. Is this one completed yet? It is. It's all completed. So let's go over in here. We'll add one more fishing boat over in this thing. And then we'll add another luck person. And then we need one more boat so we can get that from right here. Okay, awesome. Oh, our ship needs to be repaired. How do we do that? Yeah, the durability is very low. So if I go over here, we can repair ships here. So let's build this one. And then we'll see if we can figure out how to repair ships, because we're going to need to do that eventually here. Okay, so let's go back up over in here. Let's check our housing situation. Looks like this isn't quite created yet. We need more dressed stone. Okay, so yeah, I think what we'll do, let's get a couple of these poor houses set up, and then we'll get these people a house here. It's at least some place to be in for now. That'll work. And then let's prioritize this guy. Let's get some of these things built up. Holy cow, 147 laborers. Yeah, let's add a bunch here. Let's go to like 75 or so. All right, we still have 114 laborers. That's insane. Yeah, we probably could use a little bit more farm in action, because this isn't gonna last us till the plants are grown and then harvested. So for the next batch, maybe we do want to do one more field. It's not quite planting season yet. Obviously, we're still buried in snow, so we'll be ready to add one of these guys in. So if we put it in now, it should be good to go by the time the snow melts. All right, we got our field in there, and I can't assign anything to it right now because we have no active farmers, but we do want to add a little scarecrow in there. There we go. Good, we get that happening. All right, so one more. We'll see how that sits. We almost have our another goat ranch good to go over in here. That'd be a great one to get going. Well, let's see if we have our ship ready. Not quite yet. Okay. So I do want to figure out how the heck we repair our ships, because that's going to be an important thing. Still haven't seen any merchants coming up yet. I'm trying to watch over in this area of the screen, the top left, because that's where I missed it before. I think we did get a notification, but I just didn't see it pop up over in there. Woodshed. Okay, we got some people chopping wood over there for us. Excellent. And this storage is working with some wood, and we completed the objective for housing promised. So excellent. So that's very, very good. Almost have 3 more houses up over in here. We got one of our good houses set up. Awesome. Get a couple more of those guys going on back there. And our tailor is back up and running. Okay, so yeah, still though, wool is the choke point on that. So this is still a very good idea to get this goat thing happening. Let's go ahead and assign our strong person and our quick person. All right, good. Okay, so let's see. So we have plenty of leather, because we're getting leather from cows and from the animals about that we're hunting. That's pretty good. Wool, of course, is from the goats. We know that. What I need to figure out is the iron tool. So we know that we need coal for this, and we have iron and we have leather. So how do we get charcoal? All right, so we got that one ship done, and we have it assigned over in here. So to repair these things, it looks like you can just click these off, and then they show up over here in the shipyard, and then we have to select a ship, and then we just click on the one, and then we hit repair, and then you can see it brings up the old battered ship, and they get right to work on it. So that's pretty an easy way to do it. Let's get a couple more people on here to get some stuff fixed up. We're doing pretty good overall on our fleet health here, but a couple of ships do need a little bit of patching up. So we'll go ahead and get those guys working. Got a couple more houses signed up over in here. We're working on that. Need more dressed stone, and it looks like spring is finally here. So what we want to do is make sure that these fields get planted. There was one field over in here where I couldn't select anything, so we want to absolutely select something here. I'm gonna go ahead and set that up for barley, and we'll go ahead and plant that. And this guy is wheat, and we have automatic plant and harvest for all these things, so it should be pretty much self-sufficient. Let's go ahead and take a peek at these ones, and it looks like a lot of these are even underway already, so that's fantastic. We do have a couple of meat pops around, but now that it is spring, we'll be able to start some gathering again, so that's going to help us out a little bit here as far as food goes. Let's go ahead and auto-assign some stuff there. And yeah, we got to start working our way over in this area. This is where our other stone pit is. It's going to be over, I think it's like right in here. and we can start expanding over here. We're filling this out pretty well over in here. We could build a couple more houses back in this space. Probably will do that a little bit here, but then we're going to need to add in some more hunting huts to replace the ones that we're deleting down here to try and maintain our food stores here. So let's go ahead and think about that. We'll work on, this looks like a good spot for some more housing stuff. We are pushing out the trees though further and further as we do this. But it's okay. It's just going to take a little bit longer for us to gather them up. And we'll just try and stay on top of the stock. We can go all the way over in here too and gather these things up. That should be no problem. Now let's go back over in here. We'll hit these guys. Yeah, and it looks like I'm noticing a couple of little things around town here as we're doing this. We are going to be needing to get a couple more gatherers out, it looks like, because I saw our doctor's office was looking for some herbs right here. So we'll have to do that. So let's go we'll go ahead and do that right away. Let's see if we can find anything over in here. Yeah, productivity is 100% right in here. We'll go ahead and we'll lie that guy down. And I think what we'll do is we'll work our way kind of up over in this area, and we'll get a little bit of a road started. And I would like to probably put in some houses up over in here like I was just thinking about. So we can run our road like so. That's not too bad. And we can do a little bit of storage stuff over in here, and we'll probably utilize that at some point. Get that guy there, and then let's go for a stone storage as well. Okay, there's a couple of them, and we'll get the gatherer hut there as well. Okay, not so bad getting that work done. We're still working on a couple of good houses over in here. These ones are all nearly completed in this space, and I'm thinking about putting more poor houses back over in here pretty quickly here. We're gonna have some more people joining us, I got a feeling, so we are gonna need to have a spot for them, of course. So let's go ahead and we'll plop a couple more poor houses down. I don't want these. I don't want to be building poor houses, but as far as, you know, maintaining our population and maintaining the growth of our population, we're gonna need a couple of them. I think that's just how it's gonna be. We have plenty of builders to where we could be building good houses, but it doesn't seem like we have the capacity to keep up with redstone. We do have, let's hit this hunting hut here because I noticed it was empty. We do have the guys that are working on this right here, the stone cutter, working on that dress stone for us. Looks like they have no stone in stock though, so we're gonna have to keep our eyes on that. We have 270. I mean, that should be plenty. Maybe we want to put in another one of those guys to produce the dress stone for us, and that's just fine. We can do that, no problem. Since we have the stone workers up here, I think it makes sense to plop this guy somewhere over in here. Go like that, and then we'll just sneak our little road. We can go back here a little ways. And what we could even do is put a little stone storage right next door to that, and that'll be fantastic. We do have this guy right here, but that'll work just fine too. All right, so we're getting our food brought in. How are we doing on grains? Okay, grains is 0. I'm wondering if we needed another windmill, but it looks like when we added in the extra workers, that was great, and that's what we needed to do. Let's come and check our repairs over here. Looks like this is good to go. Is there another fishing ship? Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll fix that one. It's not terribly damaged, but we'll get it repaired. And then we have 4 here. Oh yeah, this guy is... Where did all of our ships go? It looks like we may need to build another one. I must have let the durability fall too low on one of those ships, and it looks like that ship is no longer around. So we'll repair these up. We'll get a couple more built. I'm considering even adding in another shipyard here. These things are getting a lot of work. Okay, so let's go ahead and replace this guy, and then we want to go ahead and replace this guy. Okay, good. We'll get that going. And I still haven't seen any vessels coming up yet, so pretty soon, hopefully, we'll get a couple merchants, and then we can check that out. We just finally hit 8 points in our Tree of Life, so let's go ahead and come up to the Tavern, and we'll get that. Let's see what is next. What is this? Eyes of the Gods. This is the one I'm excited about. The gods will watch over us. This is where we get all the totems. That's going to be really cool. Reduced injury while working. That's pretty good. Warehouse workers move a little bit faster. Beer production increases. Yeah, that's a good one. So let's go for the next 13 points, I guess. Let's go for Eyes of the Gods, and then beer production increase. we currently are looking at 165 beer, so we have a fair amount. I think we could go ahead and put a tavern in or two, or probably more than two even. Let's see. Do we have a good spot for this thing? Not really. We could put one down over in here, right on the crossroads. That's not too bad. I'm gonna step it back just ever so slightly. We'll go about right there. Okay, there's one tavern, and that'll be for that side of the town. And then it looks like we can sneak one of these guys over in here. Fantastic. And then let's go for, we'll put one up over in here. This will work just fine right there. That's a perfect little spot for it. Okay, stonecutter, we're gonna auto assign these workers. We're gonna open it. That'll be good. Get a little bit more of the dressed stone coming in since we're sitting at 0. And you know, we probably want to go ahead and find some more stone to even mine. There's a couple little nodes. There's one right here. So we'll go ahead and mark these. I'm not sure. Oh, that's how we get up here. There's a little path that snakes around this. All right, so yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll mark that for gathering. This almost looks like an ore of some kind. Let's see if we can find our mine here. Yeah, that's not a thing that we can gather. So we do know that this northern area, this right here, this is all iron. There's no coal so far anyways. So what I'm curious about is if we go way the heck over in here, is this going to be an iron? Is this iron or coal over in here? I can't tell. I'm not sure. That's pretty far away for us. So I think that's the only spot where we can build another mine. After a very brief run around along the map here, this is the only two spots. So I'm going to assume one of these is where we get coal and the other is where we get iron. And since we have iron already, I'm going to say that this is going to be coal. But I am absolutely just guessing at this point. So let's go ahead. We'll get this thing built up. Maybe at some point here in this episode, maybe the next one or two. And then we will see if perhaps that's where we get our coal, because we are definitely in need of it now. We want to begin to start training some warriors and checking out raiding, doing that aspects of the game too. So we want to go ahead and get our coal figured out. And it looks like we are visited by another earthquake here. Very difficult to lay roads down when the whole screen is shaking. So we'll go ahead and we'll get that going. And I was thinking, hey, when we get these disasters like this, maybe instead of rebuilding these poor houses, we just destroy them and replace them with a good house. So that might be something I start to do here. So let's just wait till this disaster passes, and then we'll see what the damage is, because it's going to be a lot, I think. We got a lot of stuff collapsing here. Let's go ahead and sacrifice 16 animals. Wow, that's a lot. 8 goats and 8 cows. All right, well, that good house got destroyed. That's not too good, not great. All right, so let's get rid of that one. Let's repair some of these poor houses here. I'm gonna get rid of that one, and we'll get rid of that one, and then let's just rebuild these ones. I want to be able to have places for people to be, of course, right? We don't want to empty out all of the housing options. All right, yeah, this good house will take the spot of the old one without issue. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that there for sure. We'll get that one started up, and we got a couple poor houses. That one's being rebuilt. And then let's go over in here. Can we sneak a good house in this spot? It does look like some of the areas work just perfectly for the poor houses, but maybe not necessarily for the good. Yeah, well, that one worked in there just fine. Of course, it's a littler one of the A-frame style, so it fits in there a little bit more easily. Okay, so that's all good. We got our ships back up and running here for the most part, I think. Yep. Let's just do a quick rundown. We'll just double check everybody here. I mean, they are damaged, but not too bad. And then, of course, over here, we need to replace our fishing boat. And then let's just auto-assign all these people. Because we have so many free laborers, let's just go for it. Okay, so we got all that stuff good to go. And we already have 3 points in the Tree of Life. Not so bad. Okay. And let's see. We need to do some priority build in here. We need the dress stone. Let's get these poor houses back up first. And then we will get more of the good houses going. Okay, and then as far as our crops go, it looks like everybody's growing happily over in here. We have plenty of grain, almost 300, and then we have 100 barley. Not so bad. We got our tavern placed. Hopefully they aren't working on this one right now. I don't want them to be. I need them to fix our houses. But we need lots and lots of dressed stone. And we mentioned that, and we got that resolved, hopefully. but we should probably go around and find some more stone to pick up. I think we've cleared a lot of it that we have over in here. Let's see, we marked these couple areas. These guys are getting hit up. Yeah, this will be perfect. We got a road right there. We'll get those things gathered up as well. And then we'll have a little bit more dressed stone. Looks like we still are in need of a little bit more wool over in here. We did just sacrifice a bunch of our goats, so that would explain why we are totally low on things. But we could, of course, always put in another goat ranch. And, we don't have one up over in here, so maybe that would be a good thing to do. So let's go ahead and we'll do another goat ranch. Since we're kind of on the edge of, we're kind of on the edge of the map over in here, so this will work out. Hopefully, we can do a pretty large space. There we go. And we'll get this guy started up. We'll wait, of course, for that to get built up before we tie anything else into it. Okay, so that's the goat ranch over in here. Let's go ahead for another chicken coop. I think a chicken coop will fit in here just perfectly. Yeah, that's not so bad. And we'll go ahead and we'll get that guy built up as well right over there. Cool. All right, so yeah, it's the stone problem that's the problem. And it looks like we're getting lots of meat pops, and we have, holy cow, lots of homeless people. Okay, so let's do a little bit of a slowdown here. We need a new neighborhood here. We need another poorhouse going up. We need a whole bunch of them. Let's see, where should we do this? Oh, we could go all the way along here with some housing. That would work just fine. So let's go ahead. I'm going to do that. All right, we got them laid out. See how long it takes us to get these things going. We should have prioritized this one, and it's getting there. Oh, that was down over in here. And yeah, these two, they're getting there. It's slow going, and yeah, it's the stone problem. So we'll go ahead and we'll mark a couple more of these guys over in here. Yeah, we need to figure that out. What I'm curious about is if they started to do anything with this mine over in here that we placed. Okay, good, they did. Let's just go ahead and we'll pause that. That's very, very, very low priority for me right now. We should probably mark a couple more trees to be cut down to make sure that we have enough materials. Lion was discovered? What the heck does that mean? We'll have to go in. We'll see what that message says here. All right, marked a whole bunch of them. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm not seeing what that meant. Anyways, so we don't have any current objectives. We finished that one, I guess. We're still working on getting our tavern built up. We're still needing to... Oh, wait. Stop. We got a merchant here. Okay, so yes, here it is. The merchant ship has arrived. There is a little thing up here. I haven't played with this really, so let's see what this thing's all about. Okay, so what it looks like here, we have our trade button. So if we hit this, it brings up what I think is the ship's inventory here. So we can absolutely just go ahead and buy everything they got as far as foods go, because we're going to need that stuff. And we have 540 silver, so we can easily deal with this. It's possible that we have to trade for some of these goods around here. So like maybe we can't find charcoal, maybe we have to trade for it, which I'm hoping isn't the case, but you never know. Okay, so I want to buy like as much of this stuff as possible here. So 621. Let's drop some of these things here. I mean, that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and trade for that. This tavern's good to go. Let's go ahead and get some workers in there, and then we have our first tavern operational. That one needs a little bit more time. And then do we have one over in here that's good to go? Not quite yet, so it's getting there, but not quite. We do, though, have a chicken coop that's ready to roll. Let's go ahead and get another one of these guys going, and we'll do that as well. That auto assign is pretty nice to have. Makes it go just that much more quicker. Oh, and it looks like our poorhouses are coming together. So that's excellent. That's just great. All right, we did just get our whole row of poorhouses completed, but it looks like newcomers will arrive in about a day. So I don't want to pass up the chance for a couple new people to arrive to our settlement. So what I think we'll do is we'll plop in some more homes. We'll just do poorhouses again, and then we'll go ahead and we'll have to build some more good houses as well. I'm going to try and do a little bit of both, I guess, is going to be the best way to go about this, just because of how much more quickly the poor houses get crafted than the good houses. And I did up the builder number to 100, and I feel like that's ridiculous. But hopefully, now that we did do that, that'll be a little bit more quicker to get some of these things going, some of these good houses and stuff that we have around. that just seem to just be taking forever to get created. We'll go ahead and build one there, and looks like this is a weird road or weird land, so it doesn't work. Perfidwaddle was discovered. You know, I'm wondering if that is the merchants that are pulling in, because that's what would make sense. I'm not doing anything any differently, but that's happening. So let's see what this person has for us. And not a whole lot. High quality coats. I mean, that's very nice. But those are 60 each. That's kind of expensive. Food is a little bit low for us, so let's go ahead and we will do the same thing as we did previously, and we'll just max out our all the food that they're bringing with them. We'll buy all that stuff. So let's go for... So let's go ahead and we'll go for that. And there they go, leaving. Let's double check our ships. Now that I know that that's going to be a thing that we have to worry about, go ahead and those look all good. Great. Okay, and then as I'm going along here and I'm noticing buildings such as this, there's the newcomers. Let them join. I just been hitting auto assign. It's just so much easier, making sure that we're getting things working. Our tavern's good to go here. We got some beer in there. Only 3 people in the tavern at a time, huh? That's interesting. Let's see what we got going on over on this side. We're still waiting on, it looks like, some dressed stone. And then up over in here, what do we got? We got a hunting hut that needs some new people. Great, we'll go ahead and do that. And then, oh, we need another warehouse up over in here. So we need to go to storages, warehouse, and we'll get another one of these buddies put in because this one's all full up. And it looks like over here, there was a little tooltip that popped up, and it said that you can tell the difference between stone and iron mines based on how they look. What that makes sense. So let's go ahead and we saw that one. I want to see what this looks like. Oh, this is good to go. We can just verify. This is darker, so I'm gonna assume that this is coal, but let's see. Yep, it sure is. So let's go ahead and we'll get all of our workers in there. Even though I did put this on pause, as you saw, it looked like it was still getting worked on, which is fine, but it just doesn't seem like the pause button works. So that's just something that we need to remember. So that's good to go. We'll get some coal, and then we'll bring that all the way back over into town here. But that's quite a long ways to haul such a heavy good. Warehouse worker, let's go ahead and we'll add 3 people in there. And then I did auto assign all the workers in all of the marketplaces because that just made sense. It seemed like we needed a little bit more hands on deck there. So we got that happening. And we have all of these houses coming together and over here. And I'm not seeing any homeless right now. Okay, there's one. A couple over here. So we still need to work on that problem. And hopefully those poor houses will be able to do that for us. And then, of course, we'll have mark some more resources and continue to do that. But I think that's probably going to be it for this episode of Land of the Vikings. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you in the next one. Have a fantastic and amazing rest of your evening, day, or night.